In 2011, the town of Hannibal still felt like something out of a postcard. Brick storefronts, church bells on Sunday mornings, the Mississippi River rolling quietly beyond the bluffs. It was the kind of place where people didn't lock their doors because nothing ever happened there. Until something did. Her name was Rachel Monroe. 27 years old, elementary school teacher. She lived alone in a white two-story rental on Maple Street, 3 blocks from the river. She was known for staying late at school, for grading papers with colored gel pens, for waving at neighbors as she jogged. On October 14th, she didn't show up to work. At first, no one panicked. Teachers get sick, cars break down. But by 10:30 a.m., the principal called her phone, straight to voicemail. By noon, 2 coworkers drove to her house. The front door was closed, but unlocked. Inside, everything looked normal, almost staged in its stillness. Her purse sat on the kitchen counter. Her phone was charging beside the sink. A mug of coffee rested cold on the table. A faint ring of brown dried around the rim. And the back door was open, not forced, just open. Police were called at 12:42 p.m. Officers from the Hannibal Police Department arrived expecting a routine missing person case. They didn't expect what they found upstairs. In the bedroom, the bed was stripped, sheets gone, mattress bare. But the room showed no signs of struggle, no broken lamps, no overturned furniture. Just one thing, on the hardwood floor, near the closet, there was a single drop of blood, tiny, almost invisible. Crime scene techs confirmed it was human, Rachel's blood. But there wasn't enough to suggest she'd been killed there. Which meant one thing, she'd been taken alive. The case escalated fast. Within 48 hours, the Missouri State Highway Patrol joined the search. Dive teams combed the riverbanks, volunteers spread through wooded areas outside town. No body, no ransom call, no witnesses, but then came the first break. A neighbor reported something strange from the night before Rachel disappeared. Around 11:30 p.m., he'd heard a car idling outside for nearly 20 minutes. When he looked out, he saw a dark-colored pickup truck parked across from her house. Engine running, lights off. He assumed it was a lost driver. He didn't get the plate number. Detectives pulled traffic cam footage from the only major intersection leaving town. At 12:07 a.m., a black Ford F-150 passed through heading south. Registered to a man named Daniel Hargrove, age 34, former mechanic. Lived 15 minutes outside town in a rural property near the Mark Twain National Forest. When police knocked on Daniel's door, he answered calmly. Said he'd been home all night, alone. He admitted he knew Rachel. Everyone knows everyone in Hannibal, he said, but denied ever visiting her house. Then investigators searched his truck. In the bed liner, beneath a loose rubber mat, luminol lit up like fireworks. Blood, more than a drop this time. Forensics later confirmed it was Rachel's. Daniel was arrested immediately. But here's where the story twisted. When questioned, Daniel refused a lawyer. Instead, he asked for a pen and paper. He wrote one sentence. "You're looking in the wrong place." Detectives pressed him for hours. He never confessed, never explained the blood. Claimed someone must have planted it. Said he hadn't driven that route that night, even though traffic footage proved otherwise. Then he asked something chilling. "How long do you think she can survive in the dark?" The room went silent. Search teams shifted focus to rural properties Daniel had access to. Old barns, abandoned wells, storage units. 3 days later, cadaver dogs alerted near an old storm cellar on a derelict farm Daniel's uncle used to own. Inside the cellar, investigators found restraints bolted into the concrete wall. Fresh scrape marks, a woman's scarf, Rachel's scarf. But she wasn't there. The cellar had been recently cleaned, scrubbed with industrial bleach. Yet in the dirt floor beneath loose boards, they found something else. A second blood sample. DNA came back. Not Rachel's. It belonged to a woman who'd gone missing in 2009 from Quincy, just across the river. Her case had gone cold. Now, 2 disappearances were connected. Under mounting evidence, prosecutors built a case without a body. The truck, the blood, the storm cellar, the traffic cam footage, the neighbor's testimony. But they still didn't know where Rachel was, or if she was alive. Then, 8 days after she vanished, hikers in Mark Twain National Forest reported a foul smell near a shallow ravine. Authorities found her less than 40 yards from a logging trail. She had been bound, buried in leaves. The medical examiner determined she had survived for at least 2 days after being taken. Daniel Hargrove never explained why. At trial, the courtroom overflowed. The prosecution argued he targeted women who lived alone, that he stalked Rachel for weeks, that the storm cellar was a holding place. The defense claimed circumstantial evidence, no direct witness, no murder weapon. It took the jury 5 hours, guilty on all counts. Daniel was sentenced to life without parole. But even after conviction, investigators kept digging. Because in Daniel's storage shed, behind a false wall, they discovered a map. 3 red X marks circled across Missouri and Illinois. Only one matched where Rachel was found. To remain unexplained, to this day, residents of Hannibal lock their doors. And some believe the case isn't over. Because 6 months after Daniel's conviction, a woman in Quincy reported a black pickup truck slowly driving past her house, engine running, lights off.